Garlic's doing pretty good. Need to add a little bit more straw down here at the bottom. The wind has been really bad again. Jay added the straw here where it had blown off. But we do have that one section. We still have the tarp down for where the corn's going. I need to order the fabric mulch that we're going to use from Johnny Seeds to do the corn rows this year. Still haven't planted this last bed here. Going back and forth on what we're going to have there. Jay was able to get the straw down. It's probably going to blow all around. Wind has been pretty bad this weekend, but he did this tonight. The asparagus is in here. I would need to try to find some more asparagus roots to plant. Still need to mulch this bed, it's the perennial bed, and I also need to fertilize it probably and plant a few more perennials. Here's the new daffodils. There. Got the double miniatures here. Really like those. Over here, this is another new daffodil. This is one of the Parrot Tulips, I think is called. So it has the green here. And then these are the ones that were open last week. There's a spider in this one, so I don't want to grab it. But you can see there's some nice streaks there. And then on this one, the same thing. Has some really great coloring. The borage came up here. I'd thrown those seeds out, I don't remember how long ago, a little while ago. And you can see the tulips that got eaten by the critters there. So this will fill in. Continue to put more perennials out in this area. We still need to burn the holes in for these two cut flower beds, so I gotta figure out the spacing on that. Over here in the hoop house, I'll take you guys inside quickly. It's starting to look alive. So we have all but, I think, 2 tomatoes out. A few of them got damaged in moving and things like that. We've got summer squash that are kind of sad because I did move them. Not a big deal, trying to do some early summers. We have been eating a lot of salads, so this is really well picked right now. Got some bunching onions. We've got some leftover onions from last season. Mustard greens, lettuces, beet greens, 2 types of beet greens here. It's the full red leaf beet greens and then the ones with the red streaks. We have some spinach. I picked the spinach really good earlier. All of the carrots that are in here will be harvested young as kind of baby carrots. Try to rejuvenate the soil. We've got a lot of kale coming up. Some more carrots here. The beans are doing really well. I'm excited to see those. These are all San Marzano paste, indeterminate paste tomatoes. I've got 2 clementines, which are like a 2-ounce mini or medium, I guess maybe it's a medium slicer. They're orange. I've got a bunch of Mountain Magics here. In here, it's hard to tell at the moment, I actually planted these 4 tomatoes this past week and they're doing really well, so I'm excited about that. Another break off here. I have been harvesting lettuce, so it's gonna look scraggly, out of the green stalk all weekend, and kale. But overall, it's doing pretty well. The strawberries are getting really big and starting to finally turn, which is really exciting. The peas are getting really large as well. Let's More of the strawberries. I don't know how this carrot got in here, but that's, and another one here. Fun with seeds. A couple of beans I moved are doing well. Those are good. Some more peas. And kale. So overall, green stock's doing great. Got a couple big beefs over here, and I've got some celery that's really cranky, and rhubarb and parsley over here. And then I need to deal with those. I need to actually just get them planted in the ground. I probably won't swit them out. I was gonna swit them out. This first area here is big beef from here on over on the table. Then we have Cherokee Carbons. And then I brought out our first poblano. It was really cranky. It had gotten way too dry, so it was asking for water. It's starting to perk back up now. Peppers are very moody, temperamental, I suppose. Ruckers are this whole section here. I had forgotten what ruckers were, and so I looked them up again, and they are the Campbell soup tomato. So it's an old heirloom tomato. It's great for everything from eating fresh to sauces and soups and everything else in between. So I'm really excited about these. I'm actually going to split my plan up a little bit. These are a little bit smaller than the big beef and Cherokee Carbons from a tomato size, but I'm fine with that. It's about a 12 to 14 ounce instead of a 1 pound or more. I guess you'd say probably 14 to 18 seems to be the average over here. So with this, I'm going to go through and try to replan the 50 tomatoes will come out of this group on the table here, minus the poblano, that are going to go in that new bed, which I'm really excited about. The onions back here, I am going to start picking these. We like to put them on the grill. They make really good toppings when they're on the grill. So that is, I think, the full Hoophouse. I still have the heater set up for the evenings. We do have the sides mostly closed, rolled down. They have been swinging due to the wind, so there has been a good breeze coming in here. We're sitting about 65 degrees in the Hoophouse Fahrenheit right now. Low tonight, I believe, is low 40s outdoor temp, so in here it'll probably be about 47, 48. My rough guess. So in our little cheapo greenhouse, I have moved all the potatoes. See those in here. Our first blue Adirondack potato is up, and been watching these other two, this one and the one in the back. It should come up soon. Got some plants from the store a couple weeks back. I got a butterfly bush, the Jack of Diamonds and iris, and a peony in the back there that need to get planted. These are my snapdragons here, there, and I have another tray here that are doing really well out here. These are the stock. So these are all the flowers for the cut beds. I've got yarrow that I'm going to put in the perennial garden. And then here's my alyssum, my two types of alyssum. And I want to start getting these planted into the bed soon. I got to check the frost dates for these. I think they're actually pretty cold tolerant. And then I'll also start splitting these out into 4-packs and potentially put those into the plant cell I'm going to join here in a few weeks locally. So that's what I've got going on in here. I have more to bring out here, but we ran out of time today. So back over in the raised bed garden, the onions that I planted in this new 27-foot, 4 8-in-1 Birdies beds combined are doing really well. So I'm excited about those. I still have onions out here. I gave some to the neighbor this weekend and my mom, and I'll show you guys at the end of the video. Her car was well loaded up with tomatoes and peppers and parsley, and I think I also gave her onions and lettuce starts and probably flowers and other things. So anyways, that's that's doing well, but I still really need to get these onions in the ground. They're getting crankier and crankier the longer they stay in these trays. But I am excited. So this is 276 onions in this one bed. This is the bed that will have the 25 tomatoes on each side, and I may even do where these onions are on the end here and on the end there. I might even do tomatoes there, which would make 52, like a full card deck. And then this will have lower and lean method. So that means that I'm going to be growing the tomatoes more like a vine. I do have another video on lower and lean. If you haven't seen that method, I highly recommend you looking it up. The one thing that you have to worry about is wind, which we obviously get a lot of here. But with the hoop house here and the beds here and the tunnel, it actually does help protect the wind here so that the tomatoes on the string won't swing as much as you might expect. Here in the low 8-in-1s, I have spinach growing in the center there. I did transplant parsley and some lettuce starts. I've got some more beets over here. Let's see, coming up soon. And probably carrots. I can't even remember what else I planted in here besides the onions. So I'll see once their true leaves come up. And this bed has the onions all the way around. It's really sandy, so I do need to fix that. And I'll probably add some more compost, the fresh compost from this year on it. This was the last year's, which had some plowing on top of it. Over here, we had stuck the straw on this bed. So, but this has not been refilled yet, obviously, because we're gonna put in new supports. So this has a lot of the spinach I just threw in here just to get some early spinach. I'll probably start picking this spinach, my guess is by the end of the week. We finally got the straw back on the garlic here, but I would not be surprised if the wind took this apart. So we'll see. This is all this garlic that was kicked up by the turkeys last fall, so that's kind of the extra. And you'll see all these beds are low. It's all because we haven't gotten ready to plant. We have about 3 weeks before average last frost, so we have some time still. I did plant the rest of, or I think I have like 5 left, of my seed potatoes in this bed. So there is russet, red chieftain, and the blue Adirondack all planted today in this bed. So that's done. Over here, still waiting on this bed because we're gonna try to fix the bowing here that happened by adding some more supports to match this bed, which looks much nicer. I did have a bunny's nest here. Kind of filled back in, but it's fine. I'm not hurting anything. Over here we have the peas that we started from seed, and the seeds are kind of popping up here. So again, this is last year's soil that had gotten plowed that I then topped off the beds to try to get an early planting going. Some of the onions aren't doing that great, but that's kind of expected. So I was kind of, they weren't in a great way by the time I got to plant them, but at least I have some of them will do well. More peas, and then some more beets here. So that's the bed here. Well, that's kind of the quick garden tour. Probably not so quick, but it's coming together. We still have quite a bit of work to do. Most of it I need to just really focus on getting a bunch of seeds started in the near couple days.